Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today's topic is it's going to be another story time. It's going to be about kids going just absolutely bonkers pretty much at school. I think is mainly the freshmen. This was when I was a freshman, around the time that the devious lick happened. You know, it was a time where just kids were doing crazy and stupid stuff, and I mean, I don't condone it, but it's pretty entertaining. So let's get into the video. And also, sorry for not uploading for 2 days. I was pretty busy. I know that in my last video I said I'm going to try to upload daily. I think I said that, something like that, along those lines. And then I don't upload for 2 days straight, but I'm back. I just had a very busy week. Okay, so it was at the beginning of my freshman year, last year, you know. What had happened was, you know, devious lick was happening on TikTok, very stupid challenge, and that probably influenced a lot of this. A lot of it wasn't like stealing though, like there was definitely a part of stealing, but there's also just like straight up vandalism, which a poor janitor had to pick up, clean up, you know. So, freshman year, I'm gonna give some like just funny stories of what had happened. So at one point, it had gotten on Snapchat. Some kids, it was 2 kids. I think one of them got caught, but the other didn't. They set a toilet on fire, and that got a lot of people's attention. That was pretty crazy. Everyone at the school was talking about how we lit a toilet on fire, and it's not just your standard putting toilet paper on the toilet and then setting the toilet paper on fire. He also put a bunch of hand sanitizer on it, which I guess helped out a lot, so he pretty much set the toilet on fire. So that was pretty entertaining. The whole school was talking about it. At one point, I'd walked into the bathroom at the cafeteria, and the poor janitor, I mean, it was funny to look at, but it wasn't at the same time, because you know that a janitor has to pick this up, and that makes it not worth it. If you know, it didn't cause anything like that, it'd be funny, but it does cause destruction. He took the toilet paper dispensers, and so there's little toilet paper dispensers on the walls of the stall. They're like plastic, you know, and it holds like, I think usually like 2 rolls of toilet paper, you know, and then there's like a little thing underneath you can switch if the first roll comes out or runs out. And he had taken these toilet paper dispensers off the bathroom stall wall and just shoved them all in the toilet. I remember I saw kids taking pictures of it, putting it on Snapchat, and I remember just walking in there and seeing, you know, all these toilet paper dispensers in it, and I remember thinking, this is funny, but now a janitor has to pick it up, and to be honest, we probably shouldn't have I don't know if I was thinking it at the time. I didn't put it on Snapchat, but other people were. It probably gave the person who did it what they wanted. The fact that it got on Snapchat, that's just giving them the clout they wanted, you know? They did it all for attention. It was funny to look at, but in all reality, it was kind of stupid. I have a friend who, I think he said he walked in on someone trying to steal like a sink or a urinal, like he's tearing it out. I think he said a sink, and he like followed the red off or something like that. Just funny. I mean, there's so much just crazy stuff that goes on in the bathrooms at school. I mean, it's a free-for-all there, you know. I think that some kids were like busting down the bathroom doors, because I remember there's a lot of stalls without like doors on them, so I think someone may have been like just kicking them down for no reason, which is kind of stupid. So those ones just pretty much became urinals, but I always thought it'd be funny to take a dump in one that didn't have a door, make direct contact with someone. I always thought that'd be a funny thought, but I never did that, obviously. Anyways, that was funny. I mean, not funny. No, the thought of someone pooping in there was funny, just because, make direct eye contact. It'd be awkward, because I'll get out. I have a weird sense of humor. So, yeah. What else was I going to say? Oh, some kid, I think, tried to steal a chair from a classroom. That was pretty crazy. I remember in the PE locker room, there was a kid who took the hand. It was a collection of like a bunch of kids. They took the toilet paper dispenser, or not toilet paper dispenser, hand sanitizer dispenser, and they just dug it off the wall, and they kind of messed around with it for a little bit. I think someone may have taken it. I'm not for sure, but yeah, the hand sanitizer dispenser was taken off the wall. Tons of stupid stuff like that. And I remember walking into the locker room, like, first day, probably, for whatever PE class I had to get out of the way. And all of the lockers had, like, it looked like someone had punched into all of them, because they all had, like, they were all, like, not all of them, but there was a bunch of them that were just dented in. Like, some guy had, like, just punched him or kicked him in. And that was also kind of funny, but at the same time, now someone has to repair it, So, and I think that might have been from before. I don't know if that was a new thing or not, but just interesting, in my ELA class, we had a very nice teacher there. She was very kind, but she literally had to have a talk with our class. She was talking about how she was talking to some other teacher who'd been teaching there for a long time, and her student, the students that year had never ever been worse. That was the worst beginning of the year it had. I would say everything died down after first semester, probably. Maybe even first quarter, you could argue. I'm in my second semester of my sophomore year. That's crazy to think about. Man. That's like almost halfway through high school. It's just crazy. Sorry, I know that went off track. It's just crazy to think about how close I am to graduating sometime. Kind of bittersweet, At one hand, I'm excited to move to adult life, but on the other hand, my childhood is almost up, and once childhood's over, you can never go back, So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And a comment would also be very nice. Helps out the algorithm a lot. And hope you have a good day. Goodbye.